So like, by the time I hit Nevada, weird stuff was happening to my car, and I was like pretty fucked up. So I I figured that was the end for me. I understand how this stuff works. And then after that, I got a few warnings. Pretty sure it sound like warnings to me that if I try to leave the West Coast, that like I won't make it. My car won't make it. So that like kind of backed up what I was seeing in Nevada. And I knew at that point that there's probably only one way out of here. Because people were saying, in the news is saying the borders were locked down and stuff like that. I'm flattered if all that was done to try to lock me in here and make sure I couldn't get out. I'm kind of flattered by that, but not really. I really don't. I don't have much emotion like that anymore. But in fact, I'm just kind of like, oh, like, well, I mean, you should have known what you were getting into, anyways. And so I was like shutting up on that, but know that like the car has been disabled, and it looks like dude got the brakes. I mean, he claimed like he fixed it, and it'd be cheaper to fix now. And it's like, nah, I don't think that's what happens. But who knows? Maybe with all the magic in the world around us, he was right. But maybe with all the magic in the world around us, like some homeless person will walk up and give me a winning lottery ticket, so I can afford to have it look at a 100th time or whatever, and then get it fixed. But I figure once I got a certain point that like it's probably just better if I do what any good person should do if they're captured, and make sure that they can't be held against their will or anything like that. So that's pretty much what I've been aiming for. I mean, technically it was like part of the plan. I knew from the start that one of the options for me coming out here, there's like pretty much three options, and one was to get rid of myself out here. And after like all that stuff fell through and everything, I just I assumed that's what happened. And so it's like a different world out here. I assumed I walked into like, who knows, probably the rest of the world's controlled by them too. But the borders locked down. I'm not gonna, I don't know where to. I could go take stabs at the dark, how to do something else, but I don't know how far that's going to get me. But I already started working towards that anyways, so I think that's probably the best option. You can't let people capture you and stuff. You gotta, if you're doing something and you end up being hunted, like if they're not showing signs of wanting to like just straight up kill you, then it's probably going to end up really bad if you stay alive. So I've pretty much been working against that for a minute here, for a long time, but it's like more excessively recently. And it's probably the best way to go. Who knows? Maybe they're right, and I get to respawn, and then they'll have to like spend all their time trying to find me again. And like, I mean, technically that would be better than just like being a useless captive and being tortured or whatever. But yeah, I think I've reached that point where I mean, I don't think, and I haven't reached that point. I'm past that point where I've decided that the fastest way out of here is to get out of here and not let the shit fall into anything fucking where people can feel special about torturing me or whatever and stuff. And not only that, like, if the respawn's real, then I'll just respawn in a smaller body, and they'll have to try to locate me again. But other than that, yeah, I think that's the way I gotta go. So that's the way I've been going, and who knows? Maybe there'll be like someone in the comment who knows me who totally has acted like my enemy for many years and telling me how much they don't want that. And it's like, yeah, I kind of figured they don't want that because what I've seen. It's like, yeah, okay, well, what other people want doesn't concern me. What I want is to make sure that I don't get captured and fucking tortured and shit. So I who knows? Who knows? Maybe even the stuff I have is of use to other people, and I wouldn't want too much of that. I wouldn't want my mind to fall into the wrong hands either.